Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and the Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time is delivered live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern time or later. Sometimes we do those 6:40 Eastern games as well, and we'll get those accountable for you here today. Before we get our show started, let's take a look at who the cappers will be contributing on the show for today. All right, let's bring them in. Today we've got Brian Bitler, we've got Brad Francis, Jovan Burts, and Al Ninos will be signing in just a little later. And we've got the lineup for you set to go. Bitler, Francis, Burts, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, good week of action today here from Major League Baseball. 8 games on the card. Of course, we do have we have college football, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe Monday as well, Labor Day. So a good week of action here on the Drive-Thru and on the college football schedule. Pro football, a week from Thursday, we kick it off here with the Bills and Rams. But let's get the show started right now. Let's bring in Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does great work up there. Let's bring in Brian. Brian, what's happening?
Not much. I started looking into the games this weekend in college football. After my brutal week 0, I saw Utah and Florida really caught my eye. The Gators at home in Notre Dame, Ohio State. So we got some good matchups coming up at the end of the week for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how these matchups turn out for this week. But tonight we're going to be looking here at Major League Baseball, as we've got one here between the Marlins and the Dodgers. We do note there has been a pitching change because we got late notice here a little later early afternoon that Gonsolin has a forearm injury. He won't start, so he's scratched. So the Dodgers will bring in a call up here. Looks like they're going to use a Grove in this one. But anyway, we've got the Dodgers still minus 165, total 7.5.
Yeah, even with Gonsolin being scratched, his total is still under 7.5. Michael Grove will be starting here for the LA Dodgers. We still have that light hitting Miami Marlins ball club is 27th in Major League Baseball in runs scored. Granted, the Dodgers do come in as the top run scoring team in baseball, but Pablo Lopez, very good stuff. I think if you take out the handful of starts where he got really racked up, his numbers are really good. Grove, was 0-4 in the minor leagues. His ERA, not very good, but his WHIP this season, just 1.19 for the Dodgers in minor league action. And I think he has enough to keep the Miami Marlins bats under control. If you add that into Lopez, I think we easily slide under the 7.5 here. The under's 35, 17-3. Marlins last 55 overall. And the Dodgers games against the National League East, they've gone under 11-5-1 last 17. So I'm going to take the under 7.5 here, Dodgers Marlins.
All right, we got Brian here on the Dodgers Marlins under 12, 7.5. Yeah, Pablo Lopez can knock him down. Of course, Grove coming in just a cup of coffee so far, 4 2/3 innings with the Dodgers, and of course did put up some pretty good minor league numbers. 56 strikeouts in 51 innings in AAA Oklahoma City. This year was promoted from AA. A 2018 second-round pick for the Dodgers. So he went in the second round in 2018. So this is a good prospect for them.
Yeah, definitely a guy that has some talent. A guy doesn't get taken in the second round by accident. I mean, if you look at his ERA in his minor league career, not too good. But that's early on, and this season he hasn't been bad as far as hits and strikeouts per innings pitched. So I think he'll be able to be competent against the Miami Marlins tonight.
Yeah, and usually in the Dodger way for these young kids, they probably go no more than 4 innings, and then you turn it over to the bullpen. So you got to be confident there with the Dodger bullpen.
Yeah, that's for sure. To me, I definitely have a side in this game that I really love. But as far as that total goes, it really goes to tell you a lot when they change and take a pitcher like Gonsolin out and put in Grove, and this total really didn't move at all. So pretty confident in the under 7.5 here.
Yeah, it looks that way too. When you look at the Marlins over their past 10 games, hitting just as a team 175. Dodgers, Marlins under a total of 7.5. This one will have a start time here, 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, 8 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. Pretty good week here of baseball and college football. Boy, the college football will be dominated this week as we begin action here with the games on Thursday. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Bounced back on Sunday with a 2-1 after we cashed my $15 best bet. I'm now 12-6 last 18 of those $15 best bets. You can get my titanium play over at pickdogs.com, just $15. Also have the 3-pack that includes that $15 play for 50. Guaranteed to show a profit, or you get a credit refund.
That's right, guys. I get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. Premium showing a profit here yesterday over the past 7 days as well. Titanium wager up there from Brian, coming off of winning day Sunday. Has a best bet now. He makes it affordably priced here, just at $15. Credit guarantee means it must win, or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account for site credit. So that's what credit guarantee means. Also action up there, individual plays as well from Brian. He does have a 3-pack, his Monday night money shot 3-pack here. Up there on the board is 3 best bets here from Major League Baseball. And again, credit guarantee on these one-day passes, whether the individual picks or they're 3-packs, 4-packs, 5-packs, they must that package must turn a profit, or the amount is credited back into your account for site credit. So that's what credit guarantee means. Not on long-term passes, because those are sold at discount rates. And speaking of long-term, here we are on a Monday. It's always great to get that 7-day pass, because you get all of Brian's plays here for 7 days, as well as Major League Baseball. And, of course, college football, right? College football dominates the schedule here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So lots of action here with that 7-day All Sports Pass. Get all of Brian's plays for that period of time. You select, when you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, use the promo code OG15, and you'll save an additional 15% off your purchase at checkout. So OG15 on that 7-day pass. There's also a 2-for-1 cap promotion and a second capper at a discounted rate as well. So get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Keep up the work, and we'll talk with you again on Friday.
Now, I'll be really excited by Friday, because Saturday, all day college football. It's just going to be a tremendous week of sports. So I'll catch you on Friday, Tony. You have a good winning week, and let's cash some tickets.
Let's cash some tickets indeed. Brian Bitler here on the drive, dude. Let's continue on. Next up, we go over to Brad Francis. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he does great work there. Put on a really great NFL season last year. Brad, what's happening?
What's up, Tony? How are we doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 7:40 Eastern time. We have the Twins here home hosting the Red Sox. The Twins minus 115, total 8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Twins money line here. We have rookie Brian Bello, who will be on the mound for the Red Sox. Brian Bello has made 6 appearances for the Red Sox this season, and Boston lost all 6 of those games. Dylan Bundy will be on the mound for the Twins. It's safe to say Dylan Bundy has much more experience than Brian Bello. And he's been pitching well as of late. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in his last 4 starts. Dylan Bundy, he played the Red Sox earlier this season, where he only allowed 1 run, and the Twins won that game 8-3. The Red Sox bullpen, they have a terrible bullpen. I mean, they rank 4th worst bullpen in the whole league. And with Brian Bello being a rookie, I don't think he lasts long in this one. I could see the bullpen getting activated pretty early for the Red Sox, which should lead to some run production for the Twins. The Red Sox, they've also lost 5 of their last 7 games and 3 of their last 4 road games. So, look, I think even if Dylan Bundy pitches an average game here, I don't think Brian Bello will be able to shut out this Twins offensive lineup. So, give me the Twins money line on this one.
All right, Brad here is taking the Twins money line down to minus 115 from a U.S. Sportsbook opener here of minus 155. That was yesterday early afternoon, so there's been a big line move here in this game, even though there hasn't been a change in pitchers. But yeah, you look at Bayo, the pitcher from Dominican, has the numbers look pretty bad here on the ERA side. When you look at some of the advanced numbers, the FIP is 3.03, so it's really tough to figure out how that factors into this, because he has a low FIP but a higher ERA. Does get the ground ball, but there's a number here that's troubling here, is the fact that he's walking 11% and he has a whip of 2.09. So that's really what's concerning here, is that walk rate. And of course, Dylan Bundy, the veteran coming in. Red Sox do hit the road in a winning 2 of 3 at home to the Rays, but again, it's, as you mentioned here, Bayo does not figure go deep in games. He's been knocked out early in games, and you got a Red Sox bullpen with an ERA over 6 over the past 10 games. And the Twins, they're 10 games over 500 at home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Bayo, like you say, he just allows runs. I mean, and I forgot what the stat was, but in his most recent starts, he's just allowed a bunch of runs. So, I think in this matchup, it's really just based on starting pitchers. I could see the Twins getting out ahead early, and then once that Red Sox bullpen gets activated, it's not going to be pretty either.
All right, we got Brad here on the Twins, minus 115 against the Red Sox. This one, too, have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. We've got 8 games on the board for Major League Baseball. We get the football numbers up, because you're coming off a really good NFL season. We're about a week, about 10 days away from kickoff here for the 2022-23 season. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, going live today. We only have 8 baseball games, so I got my 5-star MLB premium picks. My favorite play on today's whole slate. So that's all we're rocking with today. And of course, 3 day, 7 day, 30 day is not a bad option either.
That's right, guys. I get aboard with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. Our premium action tonight up there on the board is MLB premium 5-star pick. Credit guarantee are $15. So get on board with that credit guarantee. Must turn the profit or the amount is credited back into your account. As we said, the long-term passes will serve you well here. We've talked about here on Mondays, we like to talk about that 7-day all sports pass because that'll cover you for the weekend action with baseball. Of course, college football will be dominating the airwaves here Thursday through Monday, Labor Day Monday. So a good time to get on board with Brad's 7-day all sports pass. Get all of his premium plays for that period of time you select when you go to his handicapper page to make that purchase. And don't forget the promo code AUG15, AUG15 will save you 15% off at checkout on that 7-day pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. So take advantage of the promo code. And of course, that 7-day pass is a great value right there. Of course, if you want to go longer, of course, Brad coming off a great NFL season, you get his NFL full season pass right now up there on the board for $500. We'll cover the entire regular season and postseason. And remember that AUG15, that's $75 off, and use that AUG15 at checkout on Brad's full NFL season. All right, Brad, as always, great having you show. We'll keep up that great work this football season. We'll talk with you again on Friday. But I know we usually talk a lot about it on Friday, but just remind the viewers out there that you'll be coming back with the Mills here with their UFC show on Saturday.
Yep, we got the MMA show on Saturday. Got an event headlined by some heavyweights, Gon versus Tuivasa. So it should be a fun card. Already looking at some picks on those, so definitely tune in for that.
Tune in Saturday right after the morning show, and we tuned in to Mills and Brad, and make sure you guys get those picks. And of course, best way to do is set those notifications. So on Saturday when they get the bell there, you see the notifications for Brad and Mills live show. All right, Brad, have a great rest of the week. We'll talk with you again here on Friday.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a good week.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive to. Let's continue here on our coverage. It's time to welcome in. We'll bring in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does great work there. You also catch his Parlay of the Day video every single day over at Pick Dogs. Also a major contributor to the weekend show, so make sure you tune in and catch his plays here on the weekend on the Saturday and Sunday show with Jovan Burts contributing. So let's bring in Jovan here right now. Jovan, what's happening?
Not much. Had a so-so weekend. Took a bad one on Saturday, but then bounced back with a 4-2 performance on Sunday. So, just gearing up for college football on Thursday.
That's right. It's going to dominate the airwaves here with college football. Looking forward to it. But today you're going to look at one of the early games here, 6:40 Eastern time here on this 8-game card as the Reds will host the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to be big favorites as you expect here, minus 210, total 9.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the over in this one. Now, Mike McCollus, he's been pitching well this season. Had a decent performance last game. Did give up 3 runs, but against the Reds, if you look at his stats against the Reds alone, it's not promising. His last game, which was on July 24th against the Reds, he gave up 6 runs in 5 innings. And if you look up and down his stat lines, in his career versus the Reds, he's given up 4, 6 in the last start. Look down the list: 4 earned runs in 5 innings, 4 earned runs in 3 innings, 3 earned runs in 6 innings, 5 earned runs in 5 innings. That's the type of numbers you're going to see out of him in his last 10 games versus the Reds. Now, I believe that the Reds are going to hit McCollus in this one. And, I think that likewise, the Cardinals, they're hot bats. They're going to get to Chase Anderson. Good old Chase Anderson, who used to play for the Brewers. He was a good pitcher with the Brewers, but then in the last few years, he's fell in hard times and wasn't even in the big leagues this year until yesterday. Had 80 innings worth of AAA innings pitched, and he has a 4.50 ERA. So I expect him to get thoroughly pounded, and I expect this game to go over the total.
All right, we've got Jovan here on record here. The Cardinals and the Reds go over a total here at 9.5 runs. This is a hitter's park here in Cincinnati, so that's also favored into some of these Cardinals batters. And you kind of look at the St. Louis lineup here. They got the series win there against Atlanta, some momentum coming in. But I mean, they've they've got some bats here. When you look over their past 10 games, Cardinals bats hitting 309 here against right-handers. I think they might welcome this Reds ballpark here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's my line of thinking with this one. And just look at the Reds bullpen. Go to the bullpen. And overall they're 4.81 ERA. Even though their last 10, I believe they're posting a 2+ ERA, which is decent. But going up against the St. Louis Cardinals offense, I don't think they stand a chance, to be quite frank with you. And on the other side, the Cardinals bullpen hasn't really been up to snuff. 4.60 ERA in their last 10 games. So, I expect a lot of runs crossing the plate tonight.
All right, runs scored here. Cardinals, Reds, over a total of 9.5. This one to have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we're putting up the college football numbers from last year. We were into week 0. We're heading into week 1 of the season. We have an 8-game card here from Major League Baseball. Heading up, getting ready here for that college football card, which begins Thursday. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to get money with my Money Bag Monday MLB Laser Show, and also have my Money Bag Monday Major League Late Night Slaughter, late night play, just in case you need it if you lost an earlier game, So those are my 2 plays that I have tonight. I didn't have a 3-pack, anything like that. It's a light schedule, so I just kept it light for y'all. But yeah, check me out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly, or match me on one of the other handicappers. For the 2-point capital promotional. Also, it's a fine time to check out one of the season passes, whether that's college football, NFL, or the combination pass, both NFL and college football. It's all here at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dog. Let's get it.
Let's get it, guys.
Don't forget the code ARG15. It's only a couple days left. 15% off all packages on Pick Dog, so check it out.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers from last year's college football season. Fantastic work here. We're getting ready for a big week this week. Get on board with Jovan Burts tonight. He does have what he calls his MLB laser show play up there. Of course, that is credit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you paid for is credited back into your account for site credits. A couple individual plays up there from Jovan. Of course, we're starting to look here at the week here. That 7-day All Sports Pass, a really good choice here on a Monday. Get all of Jovan's plays here, premium plays here over at Pick Dogs Premium for 7 days. Include all his baseball, of course, that college football, that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday action. Well, the Monday action if he puts it in Sunday, right? So you may, a lot of them do that sometimes. So get on board with Jovan's 7-day All Sports Pass and get all his college football here for week number 1. A big card, a lot of action here for this week as we kick off college football with most of the teams in action. Well, there's some bias of the teams that played last week, but still a lot of action up there. So get on board. Of course, we mentioned baseball. You'll get all his baseball as well. And don't forget, as Jovan mentioned, the promo code for August is AUG15, AUG15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. Also, there's also a 2-for-1 cap promotion. If you had a second capper to your 7-day pass, you'll get even a greater discount there as well. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you show. Keep up with the great work. And, of course, we know you contribute to the weekend shows, but you also have a parlay video airing right now over on Pick Dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. And the parlay I put together for yesterday's games, they hit. So, what more can you ask for? Looking to put together another one, well, there's one that's coming up tonight, but for tomorrow, looking at a couple games that I think has a good chance of winning also. So just trying to give the people what they want, and that's winners. Whether that's a free pick or a single bet or a parlay, whatever. So
that's right, guys.
It's all about.
That's right, guys. Check out Jovan over at Pick Dogs on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe so when he drops his parlay, you get notified and you can bet into the best numbers before these lines start moving. All right, Jovan, it's always great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk Friday.
Absolutely. Have a good night. See you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on The Drive Thru. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Al Ninos will help us out. Speaking of Al Ninos, we'll bring him here on the show. We had a few late scratches today. Jay was not able to make it, but we do have a pick from him, so we'll get Jay's pick here on The Drive Thru. And shout out there, Rod Zawacki. Hope you're feeling better. He's fighting the corona out there, so hopefully you get better and we get you back on the show as soon as possible. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome in. We just talked about Al Ninos, so he's ready to roll. So let's bring in Al Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Al right now. You catch him on the weekend shows as well. Major contributor there on weekends. Al, got him in. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good. How are you, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 9:45 Eastern time, the West Coast game late night here. Giants here hosting the Padres. The Giants at -130. Total sits here at 7.
Yeah, interesting matchup here between two teams that have been pretty disappointing lately. The Padres obviously making that big trade at the deadline has not paid off for them so far. But that being said, the Giants have struggled even worse. They were dealing with some injuries, then started to look a little better when they got healthy, but now they're right back to struggling again. So, again, they might have the edge on the mound here with Rodon. He's having another great season. And but on the other side, Mike Clevenger, not as good numbers, but he's been pitching pretty well lately as well. So I think he definitely has the better offense on his side, and I think he pitches well enough against this lineup to give his team a shot to win here outright. Lost a little bit of the value since the opening line, but I still think you're getting some value here with the Padres on the money line.
Yeah, you do. It's been a big move here since the opener yesterday afternoon. The Giants were -149 favorite. The bettors have definitely cut that in half, cut that to -121 in some places. But we do see some 135s out there. So Al Ninos on the record here with the Padres +115. Yeah, I can't argue that one either because the Giants' bats have just been so ice cold. Even though they get home where they usually play better, but that hitting form has just been so bad. You look at, and this is the thing that caught my attention in this game, is the Giants over their past 10 hitting 178 against right-handers, and the Padres hitting lefties here at 402 in that period. So hitting the ball really, really well. We know Rodon has been pitching well, but again, you always worry about that bullpen, and the San Diego bats have been hot against those left-handed pitchers. Clevenger's been pretty serviceable himself. Again, it comes down to just that weak Giant hitting lineup, as you said, and of course the questionable work you get sometimes from this bullpen in San Francisco.
Yeah, and Rodon's pitched well against this lineup, but Clevenger has as well. So, actually, Clevenger has some really good numbers. Not the biggest sample size, but he's pitched really well against these Giants that he's faced. And again, yeah, he's getting them in at the right time again to have another good outing against them tonight. So I think it's advantage Padres. I mean, at least values on the Padres tonight.
Yeah, I think the Padres there here +115 against the Giants. This one to have a start time here of 9:45 Eastern time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. 8 games here on the board here from Major League Baseball. Of course, we've got college football in the minds here. We got a big card coming up here on this week, as many of the teams will be in action from college football. So you can get on board there with one of Al's packages. But right now, Al, there's 8 games on the board over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. What do you have going on?
Yeah, my 3-pack was set to go off, but I guess the game's delayed. So, but anyways, I'm not sure if you can bet or not. So go ahead and grab that. You can get my best bet of the night. I also have a bet later on tonight if you missed those early bets. Yeah, either check those out or again get one of those long-term passes, and you're definitely better off that way, or getting the 2-for-1 capper specials. Yeah,
El Nino still has it. These games have not started yet. They started at 6:40. It's just 6:30. So there's time to get on board here, guys. So get on board with El Nino's over at Pick Dogs. He has a 3-pack right now from Major League Baseball. So get on board with that. Credit guarantee, which means if it doesn't turn a profit, then the amount is credited back in your account for site credits. That's what credit guarantee means. That's his 3-pack right now going on over at Pick Dogs Premium. The plays are also offered individually, so you can buy them individually or get part of his 3-pack right now over at Pick Dogs. And, of course, the long-term passes that we're talking about now, right? We're getting right into college football week. With that 7-day pass, we'll get you covered for college football here. Action here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When you get Al's 7-day all sports pass, all of Al's premium plays for 7 days over at Pick Dogs. That include all his baseball, all his college football here. And, of course, you could use that August promo, AUG15. That's AUG15. Do use that at checkout, and you'll save even 15% off. When you do that, you could also add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion on any of the long-term passes, and even at lower price. Because remember, the 1-day passes are credit guarantee, but the long-term passes are not, because they're sold at a greater discount. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. We'll talk with you a bit later here on the recap.
All right, see you in a minute, Tom.
Got it, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's continue our coverage, guys. Again, we're getting a lot of people signing in right now. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. And those of you who have been with us for the entire show, well, we have a pick here from Jay. Jay was unable to make the show today, but we will get a pick from him for you guys. So we'll get him here in just a little bit. And Sosa, all about money, agrees with Al Ninos. He says he puts Padres 115 and a lock right next to it right there. So he likes that game. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time for my pick. Let me put up my card right now, and we'll get right to it here. We're gonna look at this Angels-Yankee game here at 9:38 Eastern time. The Yankees big favorites here. Total sits here at 8. I'll be looking at the total in this game, and I'm going to be going under the total here of 8 runs here with this Angel and Yankees game here tonight, as the Yankees make this long trip out west here to face this really struggling Angels team. Yeah, the Angels have swept. Who would know? That's the Blue Jays. Right? Blue Jays have been one of those teams that have really struggle. As a matter of fact, if you go look at their numbers here, when the Blue Jays have been favored at minus 200 or more this season, negative 19 units. They're about 21-21. I think last I checked with their record when they're minus, well, not that high. I think it was like 13-13 at home. So they have not been good in that huge favorite role. These Blue Jays. So the Angels go in there and sweep them. Of course, we know Montaz will get the start here for the Yankees. Montaz's numbers have been reasonable, but more importantly, Montaz with Oakland. Remember with Oakland, he's pitched really well here against this Angels team over the past 2 seasons. And then he's also with Montaz, he's 9-1 to the under when he faces losing teams. Suarez, by the way, he's 15-6 to the under when he's an underdog of plus 100 or higher the past 2 seasons. So he knows when he's an underdog, he has to bring his best, and he's going to come in and do that as well. The left-hander on the mound here for the LA Angels. Of course, we know that the issues we're having here with the Angels bats not the greatest, and of course the Yankees have had some struggles hitting. But we're going to go here, Yankees Angels here under total of 8 runs, and this one will have a start time of 9:38 Eastern time. Hey guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I got a single play. It's my my premium pick up there. Best play of the day is my $15 play. So get on board with that. $15 premium play right now I have over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also, you can get on board with my long-term passes, my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go over to my handicapper page and make that purchase, remember the promo code OG15 at checkout will save you 15% off. And, of course, don't forget, I am the number 2 unit producer over at Pick Dogs for 2022 in Major League Baseball. So get on board and get signed up. Remember the 2-for-1 cap promotion. If you get one of my long-term passes or even the premium play, use the promo code OG15, AUG15, and you will save 15% off. All right, let's continue now here on the drive-thru. It's now time for the recap. We got Al Ninos with us. We got to start here with Brian. Brian liked the Dodgers, Marlins under 7.5. This game starts in about 5 minutes. Brad was on the Twins minus 115 against the Red Sox. This game will also start in about 5 minutes. Jovan, Cardinals, Reds over 9.5. Al Ninos was on the Padres plus 115 against the Giants. And here's the play from Jay. Jay not able to be on the show, but we got his pick. He likes a nerfy here. No runs first inning in the Padres and Giants. Yours truly here, Yankees and Angels under total of 8 runs. All right, now, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'll go with the Cardinals, Reds over.
Cardinals and Reds over, says Al Ninos on that one. I kind of like the play here from Al Ninos and the Padres. And I'm agreeing here with the chat room. They seem to be all in favor here of the Padres, as we're getting a lot of people in the chat room contributing. I think we got Jurgrai Bossi says fade. Oh, he's going to fade the Padres. He's going the other way. Okay, he's going against us. All right, so he's going against the play. And he also likes the nerfy, by the way. He said
so make sure he's back in the chat tomorrow.
That's right. Come back in the chat. We got someone who likes the under as well. I guess so. We got Youthforia on my side liking the under. I think that's what he's talking about. Or maybe he's talking the Padres Giants under. I mean, that's what it is. I'm thinking about me. It could have been him. But we also have the man the youth guy. He likes the Padres. So we got a lot of people on the Padres tonight. They seem to like that route. One guy going the other way, contrarian here. And I'd like to get your comments why, though. I'd like to see why you like the Giants. Just no, don't have to make it too long, but it's always good to know why, especially if you're going in contrarian, right, Al?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's always good to have a reason. That's what I was taught, at least when I was a kid.
That's right.
And justify your answers, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Let us know why you like that game. Other than let's bet. I will bet it, and let's see what. Oh, that wasn't our man with the joke. Yeah, he goes, I will be let's see what happens. I will bet it. Let's
All
see what
right.
happens.
That's
All right,
a
let's see
date.
what happens. All right, he'll post it up there. All right, guys, that'll do it here on the drive-thru. Guys, be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place to deliver live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's the morning show. You got Chris and you got Mitch together there at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, we have a lot of the video series up there. We got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. We got the parlay video of the day from Jovan. We also have Ron Romanelli's Major League Baseball rundown on the site. And of course, don't forget there, the MMA show that will be again this Saturday following the morning show with Brad and Mills. That'll do it for tonight, guys. We'll go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. And we're going to go ahead and bring them in right now. And wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening. We'll talk with you guys.